Someone's behind me. Seaside State Park, folks. The state of California. There it is. South Cardiff State Beach. That was nice. So let's see, sun's about to go down, and the beach drive is not going to be as scenic now. So what would you like to hear about? What would you like me to talk about? I mean, I could talk about the situation with ICE and the Border Patrol and Customs and Enforcement going on right now. I could talk about the Epstein files. We could talk about a lot of things, but do we really want to do that? Do we really want to have to get into all that? It's all over the news now. It's all over YouTube. It's all over everywhere. I almost want a vacation from it. We live in such a happy place here in San Diego and North County, Encinitas. It's actually all over San Diego. It's just a pretty great place because people are happy. There's low crime in most communities, like in this one, North County along the coast. There's pretty much no crime. Crime is almost non-existent. You never see it. If you got the money, I always say, move to San Diego. You'll love it. But in other places in the world, in other places, and especially in the world, but in other places in America, people are not so happy. Things are not so great. It's hard to escape the constant stress of the political environment, the cultural decline, the economy, which here in San Diego is pretty tight for a lot of people too. But there's also a lot of people with the very, very high income, upper income lifestyles, and they're able to support it. And since they can do that, good for them. Coming up on the corner of Via della Valle, and the Coast Highway, which in surfing terms you call this stretch of beach here coming up the racetrack, or you call it the Del Mar River mouth, which right there is the San Diego. That's not the San Diego River. What river is that? That's the Del Mar River mouth. Whatever river it is, right there. There's the Del Mar racetrack over there, where the ponies race and the gamblers bet. So this is the racetrack. There's the sun setting. if you're able to get that. That was nice. Always good to witness the rotation of the Earth at the beach. Here on the edge of the North American continent, in front of the biggest body of water. Speaking of the biggest body of water there is, I read somewhere, or maybe I heard on YouTube in a video, that sea ice, when it is formed, turns into freshwater ice. That somehow the salinity sinks below, and the water that freezes is not saltwater ice, it's freshwater ice. Is that true? I'm gonna have to ask ChatGPT for that, and hope it won't lie to me like it did when it told me that David Lynch was still alive. And ChatGPT is a great, useful tool, but double check everything you read on ChatGPT. He tried to convince me that no, David Lynch, the filmmaker, is not dead. He is alive. That is wrong. And I got a link from some news item from a year ago when he died, right after the LA fires, and I loaded it up in the input box to ChatGPT, and I said, look, here's proof. This is a news item from right after his death, basically his obituary. And ChatGPT was all, oh, well, then you were right to push back. Sometimes we're wrong, and it doesn't mean blah, 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 blah. I mean, it sounded like the most articulate tap dancing one could ever give for being caught wrong. I was amazed. That was an element of his personality that I didn't really expect. And it was funny.